Damn it, they still don't get it, folks. Y'all still don't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, who is the pound for pound number one in the sport of boxing? Terence Crawford. What is the nickname of Teofimo Lopez? What's his approach? The takeover. So what makes you think that Teofimo Lopez is still not daring to be great? That's what he's all about. Teofimo Lopez is not like your favorite fighter. Career walking on eggshells. Tippy-toeing his way for the biggest fight or the hardest fight. Tippy-toeing his way for greatness. Nah. Teofimo Lopez have shown you whether you're a fan of his or not. Whether you like his style or not. Whether you like his mouth or not. Teofimo Lopez has already proven to each and every one of the boxing world, everybody in the boxing world, that he's here to take over and dare to be great by any means necessary. So for you, what you mean, Teofimo Lopez versus Bud? Yes, Teofimo Lopez versus Bud. Yes, Teofimo Lopez is not this guy that just call out people. I always say that business decisions speak louder than words. And when his team, top rank, petitioned the WBO to be elevated as super champ so he could get that direct line to the pound for pound number one, Terence Bud Crawford, that is what Teofimo Lopez is all about. And that's what he's going to do. Because he's here to take over. He's here to be great. Now, if you're a boxing fan, you don't respect that? That's not why you watch the sport? That's not why you respect fighters? When they're to be great? When they exceed the expectations, match their expectations? He doesn't. I don't think he has a chance versus Bud Crawford. You ain't think he had a chance versus Vasily Lomachenko when Vasily Lomachenko was regarded pound for pound, 1, 2, 3. You could flip it around when he beat him in the lightweight division. When you said that he was green. When you said that he wasn't ready. When you say he didn't have an experience. And no, he just didn't knock him out. And no, he just didn't have a puncher's chance. He's outboxed Vasily Lomachenko. Handcuffed him for the first 7 rounds. He was in another level. Moved up to the 140-pound division and fought Josh Taylor, the guy that was regarded the top dog, the king. 2 kings in their respective division. 2 top dogs in their respective division. That's why he's 2-time lineal. 2-time lineal. Ladies and gentlemen, Bud Crawford versus Teofimo Lopez make more sense. Make more sense. Look at 2023, one of the most epic year, the epic year of the sport of boxing. Probably the best year in the sport of boxing. You got Terence Bud Crawford that beat early true spins from pillar to post. If I could ask you, what are the best performances of 2023? Who do you have? Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence, Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor, Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton. Who's the only underdog? Well, who's the guy that has all the skills, but you still don't believe? He's here to take over. He's going after Bud Crawford. The takeover is coming after Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford wanted dare to be great. That's why he's mentioning Canelo Alvarez. But you know what? That's not as realistic as the Teofimo Lopez and Bud Crawford. Teofimo Lopez is the lineal champion, 140. When you dare to be great, you got to move up. There's only one step up right there. And Bud Crawford is right there. Now, we all know that Bud Crawford got the rematch clause with all the true spins. But if that don't happen, that don't come through fruition, you know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez is right there. And then Bud Crawford leaves and vacates the belts or something like that, then of course he will fight probably for the vacant WBO, maybe Alexis Rocha or the winner of his next fight. Alexis Rocha and Teofimo Lopez, still a good fight. He'll be a 3-division world champion and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you like this: Bud Crawford versus Teofimo Lopez, the equivalent of Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. It's one thing whether you're a fan of Teofimo Lopez or not, and if you're not a fan of Teofimo Lopez, you must be a pitiful boxing fan. If you don't respect what Teofimo Lopez is doing, you're not a fan of boxing. Teofimo Lopez, again, is not here to waste our time, not here to waste his time. He's here for greatness. Legacy reigns supreme. And while these other fighters get glorified because they could, how you say it, put butts in the seats and stuff like that, don't risk it all. He risk it. He don't got the O. He don't got to protect his O. He never protected his O anyway. He already stamped his way into the Hall of Fame with these 2 wins at the age of 25. 3 wins, matter of fact. The accomplishment that he already have. Look at the people around him. Look at the people that he came up with. Hey, I love Boots Ennis from the welterweight division, but they came up the same class, the same year. Matter of fact, Boots Ennis started his career months before Teofimo Lopez, I believe. You understand how ahead Teofimo Lopez is? Do you understand what this man been doing ever since he came to the professional level? And every time he called out somebody great, you guys never believe. When he was calling out Teofimo, Vasily Lomachenko years before he faced him, you guys didn't believe. And at the time when he was calling out Vasily Lomachenko, he was calling out Josh Taylor. You guys still didn't believe. And now he's lining himself a direct line to fight Terence Crawford, and you guys don't believe. But every time you don't believe, he makes you a believer. Now, maybe Teofimo Lopez works good when he's the underdog, when you don't believe, and then y'all feel crummy, and he makes y'all humble yourselves. Teofimo Lopez is coming after Bud Crawford by any means necessary. Terence Crawford, you better be ready for the takeover. Yeah. You better be ready for the takeover. Because I know the boxer fans, when they be like, when Teo's on his A game, nobody go. Yeah, he never faced nobody like Teofimo Lopez. He never faced any the intangibles of Teofimo Lopez, the speed and power, the gift of speed and power. Bud Crawford has never faced that with 8-ounce gloves. Never. He has never faced anything like a Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez haven't faced anything like maybe a Bud Crawford. But I'm going to tell you like this. A lot of people feel like Vasily Lomachenko was a better technician than Bud Crawford. That's what they say. Teofimo Lopez is gifted. He got things that you can't teach. And if he's on his A game, who could beat him? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go, baby. Teofimo Lopez versus Bud Crawford. That's realistic. That's a fight. Roberto Duran versus Sugar Ray Leonard. The takeover. Teofimo Lopez, the commander-in-chief, the leader of this generation. Bud Crawford, the pound-for-pound #1. Two division undisputed. Should have been Teofimo Lopez if it wasn't for the politics of the sport of boxing. But you know what it is. But y'all wouldn't admit it. But let's leave it like that. Let's make it happen. He's coming after greatness. And like we all know Teo, he don't tippy-toe his way to greatness. Nah. He don't hesitate. Nah. His career don't run on eggshells. Nah. Business decisions speak louder than words. While these other guys are petitioning to fight Arnold Barbosa, remember Devin Haney? And then Teofimo Lopez said, no, I'm not retired. You could come get me. What happened to that? Why Devin Haney didn't petition to fight Teofimo Lopez, but he was petitioning so he could get some time to fight Arnold Barbosa? When Teo was right, who's calling out Teofimo Lopez now anyway? Damn, that performance really scared people. But don't worry, the takeover's here, the takeover's now. Bud Crawford, great of this era. Teofimo Lopez, great of this era. Two future Hall of Famers. Let's make it happen. The best 140 versus the best 147. It's tradition. Let's make it happen.